Hello. Welcome back to the Pale. This is a stark difference. Usually there's a bunch of people yelling at the same time.
I was waiting for everyone else to be.
Meow, meow, meow.
Yeah, it's like I expected it by now. When it didn't happen, I was like, oh god, did something terrible happen? But yeah.
Basketball.
No. No. Go away. Basketball canonically does not exist in my setting. My apologies. If you want to invent it, like that's up to you, but at the moment it does not. Oh, actually that's a good idea. I need to think about like different sports. Like what other
Yeah, that would
See,
be
forms
you're,
of
you're,
super
you're,
entertainment?
cool if we could go to like a sports event or something like that. That would be awesome.
The gun
I could
show.
bet
And
on
it's
things,
I
get
mean,
pucked
there's
down.
definitely pugilism.
mm-hmm.
There's definitely going to be like boxing and stuff.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, that's fair. But also like something that would be kind of more unique
Tree
to the setting.
fighting?
But yeah.
But what if we participate in this tree? Okay, all right. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. Hi, we're here. And we go ahead, jump right back into it. Oh yeah, there was a couple of things that we kind of did. We ended at everyone going to bed at night, but then like did a very brief of like what some people had planned to do in the next morning.
yes.
Uh, Especially since we had uh, someone unfortunately had to step away for last session, but now you're here. Uh,
And I'm alive.
and you're live. Very important. Does anyone want to do a little recap for not only our audience but also the spice?
I did one last time. So not it.
I don't think it recorded though.
What?
What?
It still counts. It still counts.
I did the recap first. Didn't get recorded. Then Pearl did it.
Oh.
I thought I did it.
Um,
No, wait, yeah,
we
because
all
it
did
didn't
it.
get recorded, I was like, okay, like I'll go ahead and do the recap again. Just so I wasn't making like you go through it again.
I don't think, Jim, have you done a recap yet?
What is wrong with you?
What? It's
Why
a
do you
genuine
throw me under the
question.
bus?
I don't think Jim has the mental capacity
You
to
think
like
you think I
be.
can remember
Be
anything?
true. Jim didn't hand in his homework.
That's kind of why I'd be curious to see what your recap would be like. I want to see, what do you remember? How do you interpret everything?
God. All I really remember is we bought a lot of stuff and then we played um two truths and a lie, and then it was one truth and one lie after a point. And we hung out in a bar and just drank and um all that fun stuff. Because yeah, I specifically remember losing a bunch and drinking a lot of Waterloo, which I'm very happy about that. Hmm, I don't remember if anything else had occurred.
No, I think that's basically it. You got it all.
Yeah, it was a lot of roleplay. But yeah, there was plenty of rations and meat. That was sold by a very eccentric butcher. Uh, you had you made sure you got enough food for idiot. Uh, you did meet an individual that came from far down south from the barren frontier. Does anyone remember his name?
I don't remember his name, but I distinctly remember us telling him to fuck off.
It
We did
was
go a little bit more
Daniel.
Oh
politely,
yeah, that's right. I do remember that now.
Hey,
Yeah.
like he wanted us to work for some robber baron or something.
No,
He was rude.
his name was Daniel Hunt. He was an entrepreneur and he wanted to make a railroad system going through the Ravenhold town and other settlements. He was shady, and we were like, no.
Told him to Fuck off.
I'm so glad you take notes, Pearl.
I try to take notes and date when we have sessions, otherwise I'd lose
I
y'all.
really need to. I have such a horrible memory.
Me too. Well, I mean, I'm Jim, so.
I have my session notes, but it's always fun to watch you all. You're like, what do you remember? Like, what was important to your character? Because then sometimes I can like kind of play with that. It's like, well, like if you as the player remembered something that I might have thought was a smaller detail, like, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll lean into that. And who knows?
Yeah, I took notes of Victor, Jim, and Milton, what all their truths were. I took notes for them.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You all remember.
Exactly.
I actually took notes too because, like, I wonder if any of this I can turn against the players.
Mhm.
Like, if you say it's true, then it's going to be canon,
Rude.
and there are plenty of canons in this game or in this setting.
Rude.
Awesome. So, one other important detail, Milton drunkenly said "I love you" to Pearl, and I wanted to do some roleplay with Spice when Pearl went back into the room.
Ah,
Yeah, that was the juicy girl talk I was telling my granny voice yesterday.
uh,
I saw us having the dwarf disease again.
Dwarf disease.
Or why did you say a reason why she retired early, or
Oh, for Granny?
no? Why Spice retired early?
Oh, no.
Spent the whole time taking care of Idiot.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
were
that was it.
definitely putting some work in.
oh, no, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, important thing to note about the mechanics of D&D. Spice,
Yes,
what is your size?
I think I'm. Am I small or am I medium?
As a gnome, I believe you are small.
I am small.
Idiot, being a full-sized wolf, is medium. Therefore, you can
I can ride.
you can yes, use Idiot as a mount. Now, as long as you keep him happy. Remember, he's not like anywhere near domesticated yet. But
Spice, you gotta help me keep this sucker happy.
and the fact that you can speak to animals fairly often will help with that.
Yeah, Spice is actually going to ask Jim if he's okay if I use idiot as a mount at times.
Jim has no problems with this.
Yeah.
Jim has no issues. Jim easygoing.
Hmm.
Jim pawn in chess game of life.
You think you're just a pawn?
Yeah.
You're at least a rook.
Yeah, you're not an NPC. So, not really a pawn.
I was mainly quoting Blazing Saddles, but anyways.
Denied. Sorry. But yeah. I think that's the gist of what happened last session. It was a lot of like kind of purchasing a few items. I think a few of you also like stocked up on proper
Rations.
rations.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Victor, you went to talk to was it Runa? I think it was Runa.
Yeah. And I think before that, I even officially got inducted.
You got introduced. Yeah, you got introduced to John.
Yes. We went to go see John on his boat.
Yes, his big like a double steamer paddle or paddle steamer ship. Yeah.
Mhm.
It does have its own
But yeah.
sails, but they're like folded down and it's like unnecessary at the moment. But yeah.
But yeah, we did go through kind of a preemptive thing of what Victor was doing this morning, which was going to see Runa and showing her the map he had and trying to figure out where to go. She gave him very good directions.
Yes, I totally didn't like already plan out like if you had decided to start making your way to your bastion. Winky face.
I bet not.
Teehee. But yeah, it's gonna take a while, but it would be difficult to get lost. Not only because you have a map and you're a pretty good cartographer, but also the easiest way to get there would be just to follow a nearby river. Uh, so yeah, that is an option of something to do. Yeah, and you did that like early next. Oh no, yeah, you did that on the next day.
Yeah,
Milt.
it was like preemptive.
Yeah, yeah, and we can like depending if anything else pops up during the day, we can like shuffle around the schedule if we need to. But yeah, I also was just remembered that Milton slept in a bit, got a good homebrewed uh, strange concoction to help clear out his uh, what's the word?
Hangover.
Hangover. Yes. And then at some point around noonish, he went and got his newly forged, effectively a trench knife, which we talked about the weapon mastery, but I'm not sure if you had ever made a decision on what you wanted to do with that.
Um, it. Well, I can't dual wheel. I've got another day. I'll sit down and actually write it out. I'll give you a better answer.
Okay, because since it's technically a custom item and it's not a, it has the properties of a dagger, but it's not strictly a dagger. It's got that little knuckle guard. I was like, if you don't want the nick uh, weapon mastery on it, like I'm open to switch it around if it fits better. But then I think there was like another idea of switching something else out. But yeah, we can. It's not a pressing issue, so it's fine. Um, Jim, or if anyone else has something that they want to say that they do this
Well,
next day.
Pearl and Spice are gonna do foraging in the morning. In the
Right.
woods.
Yes.
All right. Eh, yeah, you two had the plan of foraging. Jim, did you have anything specific?
I guess hang out with Idiot.
Okay. Do you want to? Did you want to attempt to do a little bit of training with Idiot?
Yeah, that would be actually kind of cool.
Okay. Um. I will have to ask, Spice, would you be around with the training, or since time can be a little wishy-washy at the moment, you can be there, or if you want to say that you're busy doing
Well,
something
I
else.
figured, Spice, if you wanted to, because Pearl was planning on going early in the morning, so I don't know how early Spice would be wanting to get up. She was like, early. And then that way, if you want, that way you have time for her to go hang out with Jim and Idiot.
Yeah, she'll probably try to do both if possible.
I would say both can be very possible. There's plenty of hours in the day. And I don't think you have anything else like pressing.
No, she's not, except for maybe some arc stuff, but that's about it.
Fair. All right. Yeah. If you want to get up nice and bright and early and do some foraging first, uh, let's say, is there anything in particular you're looking for, or are you just foraging for anything?
So Pearl would suggest that so I kinda would like to go out in the woods around Ravenhold and just see what is around out. Particularly if they have any fungi that looks interesting or any like herbalism plants. Kind of would like to see what we can collect. And I do
And
it with
no, you go ahead. You finish.
and it's like kind of something that I do with every new place that we go to, because some places have different things that others don't. So I like to collect.
Yeah, be looking for like seeds to start up a garden eventually, and
Yeah.
like any like any like unique fruit or berries.
Okay. All right. As you go out, we can do this by like an hour by hour process. Let's say
Awesome.
you get up and you get out around, let's say, 6 in the morning.
Yeah.
All right. For the first hour, go ahead. You can either do it individually or you can have one help the other. Well, no, you also have. Go. Actually, since you have proficiency in herbalism, I would say whatever you roll will just already have advantage since you know what you're looking for.
Okay.
So if you want to roll either a nature or survival, I would
I'll
say
do nature.
nature will give you uh, more plants, more like flowering plants and uh, maybe seeds, while survival would give you more like, or yeah, nature will give you more like flowering plants and like herbalism sort of supplies, while survival will be more like berries and or herbs for foods and stuff like that. That makes sense.
Okay. All right. I'll
More
do
edible.
nature.
Is it just pearl rolling or?
You can roll as well
Okay.
if you want.
Is it just a single roll, or does if I do nature, since I have a history with farming?
You
Are
have
you
it.
trying to do the help option or just do your own foraging?
Well, Pearl already has advantage on her roll since she is.
Oh.
Yeah, since she is using a skill that is related to a kit that she already has, like herbalism. All right, so you get a 12, and Pearl got a 23. Pretty good. With a 23, you are able to scrounge around. Snow is melting, so the ground itself is pretty almost saturated with moisture. As you're able to forage around, you're able to get
Spice or shovel.
yeah. Yeah, you got your shovel. You're definitely like looking around to see if there's any root vegetables around that might be growing naturally, or trying to find any seeds that might have fallen down. With a 23, like that's pretty good. I'll say you're able to find a few different herbs and maybe even like a couple of fairly uncommon flowers that help with that may have some importance to some like local traditions.
Okay.
I'll say if you want to put down trying to think. Not good with naming things off the top of my head.
First thing that comes in your mind, do it.
You're asking the pervert?
Hey, not supposed to say the quiet part out loud. You found a frost kiss flower.
Okay.
I'll say it is worth 10. It is worth 10 gold. It is
Okay.
10 gold worth of herbalism supplies. Like if you're trying to make a
Okay.
potion.
Okay. Any specific potion, or would I not know that part?
At the moment, it's just kind of a general any sort of potion.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
Okay, it's like, unless I go to the herbalism and like, can you identify this flower for me? What does it do? Would that be like one way to find out like specifics of the flower, or would you say it's just a general ingredient for potions?
I will say at the moment it's a general ingredient for potions, but if you do,
Okay.
yeah, if you are able to learn more about the flower, it may be worth more if you're trying to make a specific sort of potion.
Was it just one flower, or did I find multiple of them?
Just the one.
Okay.
Like it's pretty uncommon, if not rare.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, actually,
Can we find two, one for each of us?
Actually, I'm trying to remember if I want to make this like any. I'm trying to remember because like herbalism kit is very specific for just potions of healing, while alchemy kits do more alchemical potions. Herbalism can do antitoxin, candle, healer's kit, and potion of healing. I'll say, since you are rolling with advantage with the herbalism kit in mind, I'll bump that up to it's worth 15 gold of
Okay.
of like crafting something with your herbalism kit.
Okay.
And that will work with either your antitoxin, your healer's kit, or the potion of healing.
Okay. So you said works with the healing kits, healing potion, or antitoxic potion?
Correct.
Okay.
Spice is going to want to draw it before you use it, by the way.
Okay, that's fine. Pearl would also talk to you about last night. I don't know if you want to see what Spice finds first with what she rolled, and then we can get into RPGing that.
All right. Spice, I will say with a 12, you're able to find some. I'll say you're able to find some like potatoes. Like a very a wild. Yeah, you're able to find some wild potatoes. Not enough to be like for as they are alone. It's not really enough for to be enough for a ration. But it's something unique, something new you got up here.
Well, I mean, Spice likes potatoes. That's her favorite food. So,
Yeah.
she's happy. You find a rare flower, Spice gets potatoes, they're both equal there.
Exactly. This is just like the first hour or 40-ish minutes or something of foraging. Morning is still young. As she's picking up the frost flower and you're drawing it, Pearl's just kind of like, she's kind of like, I don't know, she's shifting and she's got a bit of a daze to her eyes. She just kind of looks at you and she's like, so.
Just so you know, this whole time Spice has probably been just talking about Idiot and like how cute he is and how she wants to ride him.
Don't take that out of
Pearl, like-
context.
Pearl's like
Best.
nodding.
And
She's
so,
like nodding.
if you're not responding the normal way, Spice is gonna go up to you and be like, "Something happened last night."
Pearl like she blushes a little bit. You see that her cheeks and her neck gets a little bit red.
What happened? What was it? Tell Spice and her mom.
Pearl, she's like, Pearl, like, she picks up a flower that she's seen a lot, and that's probably like very common, and she kind of like just starts fiddling with it, and she's just like, so last night, the guys and I, we were having a drink, we were playing Truth and a Lie. It was fun. Learned some stuff about Victor, and Milton got shit-faced. And I got pretty drunk myself. But I helped him up to his room. She kind of pauses.
Oh. Did you stay?
Did I say what?
Did you stay the night in his room?
No, I didn't. I didn't. Mostly because we were both pretty drunk. But he said he loves me, and she kind of whispers that a little bit quietly.
She's gonna like stare at you for a moment.
He was drunk when he said that. I don't know how true, if it's like true or if it's like, a drunk like, hey, I love you, but I'm drunk kind of thing, or if it's like, no, like, I love you even though like I'm drunk. So I don't know. So I don't know how real it was or if it was just alcohol talking.
How did you run back?
I didn't say anything about
So you just left?
Oh no, I didn't leave like right after. He like passed out as soon as he said he loved me. So I was kind of like
A crow
don't know, I
lands
was
on Spice's
processing
head.
it.
Do you think he remembers?
I don't know. I mean, I think if like I feel like if I ask him, he's gonna try to like play it off or like wait a bit to like admit to something like that. I don't know if he would like say it right away, like, oh yeah, no, I said I loved you last night.
This bird kind of looks up
'Cause
at
he-
you, then looks back down at Spice. Looks back up at
So
you,
I don't
Pearl.
know what to. I don't know what to do.
What did you say, Vivi?
A crow had landed on your head, and is just like standing there, just sitting there while you two are talking, just looking.
I'm gonna say in my head, Mom, do you have any advice for this? This is out of my wheelhouse. You got married.
Look, sorry, but everyone's just a little different.
What does your mom say if they're drunk? If they say like I drunk, what I love you, but they're drunk. Like, what do you do with that?
I can't answer
What
that.
do you think we should do?
Well, I think one of the biggest things that your father really liked was the soups I've made.
Ooh.
Very warm soup.
So my mom's kind of thinking like you to. Oh, nothing.
Wait, is she talking dirty in your mind?
No, but I have an idea.
Okay, what's your idea?
I kind of want to keep it a secret.
Well, what if it doesn't work? What if it makes it worse? What if
Then
it's a drunk I love you? I haven't even been on a date with him yet.
that was kind of my idea, is to get him to fucking ask you out on a fucking date.
Kyle.
Pearl just kind of like straightens up a bit as Spice just said fuck and then like 2 times.
Well, she's kind of like, you guys have been dating for like, not dating, but been romantic for a while, and you haven't been on a date.
I know, like I mean I like him. I'm attracted to him. I think we could have cute dates. I just haven't been on a date with him, and I feel like I was just so thrown off with the I love you, and I'm just like, I want to go on a date with you. You know, a couple of dates, figure this out. Like, I know I like you. I'm just waiting for him to make a move, because I mean, I would make a move, but then I don't want to scare him off, because I mean, I've been told I'm too bold sometimes, and the guys are like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, bro, I want you. Let's get it.
I mean, I think he kind of likes bold. He doesn't
seemed
too
yeah,
used to.
yeah. So should I wait for should I see if he'd ask me on a date, or should I ask him on a date?
What do you want?
I want to be asked on a fucking date.
Cupid Spice. Handle this. After I take care of idiot, I'm gonna have a word with the person who's not romancing you.
Okay. What if it backfires? She's just like a little bit like you see like a little anxiousness. I've been in this game and it's been so long since I've actually gone on a date. The last time I did something romantic with a significant other, it turned to shit. So I don't I'm scared, Spice. And she you actually see she's just kind of genuinely there's the vulnerableness that she actually shows when she says that.
Well, okay. Number one, we're still in the early phases. Right now, you should be enjoying yourself, not being scared. Right now, there isn't. If things go bad, things go bad. We move on. We find another travel group.
We just leave this group and then find another one.
We take Jim and Victor, and not Jim, Victor. We take Jim and Jim. We take Jim and Victor, and we ditch Milton. We're the majority.
Yeah.
Good thing he's muted.
She's smiling, and she in her head she's thinking she's just smiling. She's I don't know. She's smiling.
So right now, there is nothing to lose except for a stupid guy. He's just a man. And like I said, you should be having fun and enjoying yourself and not anxious. The fact that he's made you anxious makes me mad.
I think it's just like I said, I don't know what to if I didn't know how to respond to him.
I know, because he's romancing you. He's flirting, he's interacting, but he's not romancing, and so Spice is gonna get him to turn up the spice.
What did your mom say?
Mom
what was
said
her advice?
Do some she said that do something romantic for him, or do something romantic together. So that's why date.
I guess it was a date.
I don't want to hear about you and Dad's date, Mom.
All right, fine.
But what if it was a really cute date though? What if it was a really good one? inspiration.
Well, what was a cute date, not a sexy date?
Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but you're surrounded by crows now. And I know you're having this really deep conversation with your friends, Spice, but
Why are there crows?
as you get out of this like really intense conversation that you've had with each other, the crow that was on your head has made off with the potato because it rolled
How rude.
it rolled at an 18 compared to your passive perception.
Quick
Wait.
question.
Yes.
What was your
Even when
was it crow
Sorry.
or raven?
it was a crow, as Pearl turns to all the crows that she now sees. She's gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Ka. Food?
Is the crow still on Spice's head?
The one that was on Spice's head is gone and has absconded with the potato.
Wow.
The
Okay,
other
she's
crows
gonna-
around you, there's like about 24 other crows that have like now gathered and like surrounded you in a circle and just looking up at you.
She's going to Spice, you may also want to cast Speak with Animals so you can talk along with me. She's going to ask one of the crows, can I help you guys?
Food?
Oh. She's
Food?
Pearl's gonna. Can I tell if there's something weird about these crows? Like, is there something more to them?
If you want to do either an insight, yeah, with
Hello?
Speak with Animals. Can you hear me? Hello?
I asked, is there something more to the crows? Like, can I roll something to see if there's something more to them?
Yes. I'll say you can either roll insight or animal handling. Animal handling will be a little higher DC. But the
I'll do
insight.
animal handling.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cast investigation. I mean, and
Speak with
speak
animals.
with animals. Can I also roll?
Without
Or yeah,
without
we're
it,
good.
yeah. Without Speak with Animals, it would just be animal handling to try to
Yeah,
gauge what's.
that would have.
Yeah.
But I figure I don't need it for 22.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Are you
I'll just-
sure? Hey, that's not bad. Yeah. Both of you are just kind of looking around at these birds that, while you were having this almost a heated discussion, like it started getting kind of loud, you get the sense that these are just these birds may be a little more comfortable being around people. And because one of them got a potato and ran up and flew away, that they're like, oh, is this easy source of food? They're just looking up at you. Yeah. Spice, you're just hearing one of them just cawing, like every once in a while Pearl, you understand this call as food?
Pearl is going to. She's probably gonna take. How big is one ration?
It's usually enough to keep you fed. But it's depending on the ration. It can be like a very nutrient dense like hardtack, or it could be a can of like beans, or the rations you got up here at Ravenhold are probably like chunks of a jerky or meat of some sort.
So, Pearl's gonna take out one of her rations. She's gonna look at all the birds. She's gonna say, I don't know if I have enough for all of you guys, but I will give some of my ration.
You see them
And
all
I'll
beginning
throw
to
it-
stance up, like getting ready.
So you gonna start.
Then following suit.
She's just gonna like, no, play somewhat nice, guys, and she's gonna break up the ration and she's gonna toss it onto the ground.
Spice will
And
follow
she'll
suit.
use she'll use one ration to break it up into smaller bits and throws it on the ground for the crows.
All right. So that's one ration from you. And Spice, did you say you were going to do as well?
Yep.
Spending a ration from each of you. I'll say that is enough to satiate, not fully like feed the crows, but they get enough of a nibble of a food to feel satisfied for the moment. They do kind of flock together like pretty quickly, but then after they realize, yes, it is actual food, they start almost like taking turns because corvids are heckin' smart. One of the crows do kind of after grabbing its bite lands on your shoulder. Pearl kind of just leans over on you for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It does a very low, almost a gargle or a grumble, like deep in its voice. But you, with your understanding animals, with your spell, you hear it essentially saying thank you. And
Can
for
I-
this, both of you get a point of inspiration, of heroic inspiration.
Can I try to see if I could just do like one, like if it'll allow like one quick like pet on it as a, after it says thank you, I'll smile at it and just wanted to give it like a pet or something.
Sure. That'll
Okay.
work.
Okay.
But yeah, Spice is just going to go, he's just a man. You'll find another. Or a woman.
I mean, I like both options.
How did you know
Alright.
you both options?
Whoa. Well, So she's gonna delve into kind of like, well, at first I thought I had a friend when I was younger. I first, sometimes it doesn't hit you right away. Sometimes it's years after. So I had a friend that I was like, I looked at her and we'd hang out. And then I would look at her and I would be like, I just started to I thought she was really cute. And the more I hung out with her, like the more I liked her. And then I was like, I had a thought one day, I was like, what if I kiss her? Like, I want to kiss her. And it didn't click with me until, a couple of years later. I was like, oh, I'm attracted to women as well. And I think, I like women. That's why I wanted to kiss my friend years ago, because I thought she was attractive. And it just didn't click until that moment. Was like, I feel like if you want to like explore, I mean, you can explore that route. And if, some people explore it and there's like, this is not for me. I don't really feel anything. I'm more attracted to the other sex. And that's perfectly fine. Or if you explore and try it out and you're like, I like this. Like, this makes me feel good. I want to keep exploring it. Usually, that means you might actually find the same sex attractive.
What's the difference between finding someone Emotions are weird because there's finding someone attractive and liking them.
I think you can find people attractive, but you don't necessarily, that doesn't mean that you necessarily like them romantically.
So how do you know if
Like-
you like them romantically?
If you start wanting to kiss them or wanting to try intimate stuff with them, like you would with the opposite sex, I feel like that's the indication that you may, like the same sex.
Spice is gonna just go up to you and be like, how am I supposed to know if I want to kiss someone if I've never kissed someone?
Okay, let me put this in perspective. Kieran. Okay. When you look at me, what do you think?
Friend.
When you look at, well, Victor or Jim or Milton, what do you think? Like, for example, Victor. We just met him. What do you think when you look at him?
He's attractive. I like looking
Okay.
at him.
Okay, so he's attractive. So, okay. Have you ever had any other thoughts about him wanting to hold his hand longer than, wanting to give him a kiss?
I mean, we just
Wanting.
him, and I just want to
Okay.
keep looking at him. He's good to look
Okay.
at.
Okay. So, that could be a thing where it's like, okay, you find this person attractive. You don't necessarily like them romantically, but you do find them attractive. However, I would say if you start having thoughts, maybe I want to kiss him. Maybe I want to hold his hand longer. Maybe I just want to do a hangout with me and him, and we go somewhere and it's just me and him. That could be maybe something of a more than attraction of like a crush developing.
Okay. I like the hand holding idea because I know what that feels like. It's
Hold my
weird.
hand.
It's just she's like if I want to hug him or hug a person or hold a hand or I can do that. Kissing is weird because I just think it's swapping spit.
She kind of gives you like there was a part of like her just kind of grimace just automatically when you say it like that. Well, yeah, technically French kissing you do exchange saliva, but it's generally pleasant for the most part. But I would say you find Victor attractive. You can find people attractive. If you start having thoughts of wanting to like give them a kiss, whether it's on the lips, whether it's on the cheek, or feeling stuff, then that's something more than attraction, I feel like. And you can have that if you, yeah. Have you ever found a woman attractive and never had any thoughts like that?
Not
of wanting.
yet. I never left my farm except for meeting you and now like the village that we were at. So I haven't met a lot of people.
Okay. Well, I'd say
Kind of cute, but she was just cute. But I also just liked her because she was small.
I mean, I think that if you are curious about, the same sex, I think there's no problem with wanting to explore to see if you like that. If that's something that you keep wanting to go back to or keep having thoughts about, trying more of that.
Who's Leia?
I think that would. Huh?
I just remember we don't know who Leia is.
No, we don't. So when you so yeah. And I can be your wingman just like you would be my wingman. So but I'd say take it slow, like we said. I mean, like we don't really know Victor, but I mean you find him attractive. So I mean that could be something more, or it could just be like, yeah, I think he's an attractive friend.
He's good to look at, that's all. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Do you
what
want to keep Sorry, go ahead.
I want to find another potato.
Okay. Well, well, we still got some time. It's still early in the morning. We're gonna do another round of foraging.
And then I need to go hang out with Jim, and then I need to yell at Milton.
Okay.
As you do.
Blaze is going to be making the rounds.
Should we roll another nature thing to see if we find anything else?
Sure, go ahead.
Spice looking for another potato.
Alright. I'll say, since you know what you're looking for, your DC is a little lower. You got so Pearl got a 13.
And it's nature?
Yes.
Nice.
I'll say you find a small cluster of potatoes.
Yes.
Same type of potato. I would say this would be enough for a ration, if you so wish, or you could use it in like a larger dish.
Yeah, Spice is gonna want to make a potato dish.
Nice.
Nice.
Potatoes.
Yeah, and I think
Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
exactly, potatoes are the best. Also, I think to grow more potatoes, it's actually really easy to, because I think, don't you just have to like cut them in half and plant it?
Yep.
Yeah,
And Spice would know that because she was a farmer.
exactly. All right,
Start making a little potato farm.
potato. Yeah. These are like a very hardy, almost seemed like kind of holding onto them. They seem like they're a little heavier, like a little dense for their size. So might be useful for later. And Pearl, with a 13, you are able to find, I'd say, just like a small assortment of other, like little herbs.
Okay.
If you want to put down 5 gold, gold pieces worth of herbs,
Okay.
that can also be for roleplay. That can also be put into like a dish to help flavor it, or if you want to use it to put forward or put it towards another like potion of healing or
Okay.
something like that. Yeah,
Okay.
it's multi-use, few different options.
Okay. All right.
Right. So, after a couple of hours, you're able to find something to bring back. You come back into the city limits of Ravenhold.
Pearl would let Spice know that she's gonna go when Spice is gonna go to Jim and Idiot, and Milton. She's gonna go check out more in depth the religious ward. She's gonna probably spend going through all the temples and actually looking at them in detail and doing some stuff, prayers and stuff over there.
Okay. I'm gonna, like I said, I will go find Jim, and then I'm also gonna find Milton.
Wait,
Am I able to find Jim?
I don't know. How difficult would it be to find Jim with his wolf?
Not very hard. I feel like Jim and Idiot would be just around.
Fair. Probably while you make your way back to the Raven and the Wolf Tavern, you're probably doing a little something outside.
We'd be outside drinking. Idiot and I. We'd be drinking.
Water, right? Right?
Water.
Sus. Alright. Yeah.
I
Spice.
had the image of a wolf at a bar table and Jim just looking out of a door.
Yeah.
Now who's the one in charge?
Sounds accurate.
Yeah, Spice, you find Jim and Idiot outside, taking big sippies of water.
She's gonna go up and try to, like, scruff Idiot's fur, see if he allows it.
Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
She's approaching it slowly, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Animal handling. Don't click the wrong thing.
It's
Oh, wrong character sheet.
it's deposition for to you at the moment. It's still neutral, so. And with a 16,
Jesus, that was loud. Why was that so loud?
what happened?
I don't know why, but you know what? I think it's because I was watching the stream. Sorry to interrupt. And then I went to roll 20, and you know how it makes a noise when you roll?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think everyone else's rolls, and then the last roll that Spice did, just all at the same time hit me.
Oh, all
That was
updated.
crazy. I was like, oh my god, my ears. Way too dank.
I don't know. Doesn't sound dank enough. But yeah, as you do, like you are being cautious. You're letting idiot know that you're there. You're not sneaking up like behind or off to the side. And it allows you to give him a scruff, a scritch, a pet.
I'm gonna get on my knees, and well, I guess I don't have to.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
You
cast.
small.
Yeah, I'm just like at like his head, and I'm going to cast Speak with Animals. How did you sleep?
More noise than out there. But still slept.
That's good. How's the food been?
Not as fresh, but filling is good.
That's good. You like Jim?
Eh. Can
He
I?
says he likes.
Doesn't show it.
Mm,
Is there anything you want? Or anything you want to do? Besides go free?
I'll ask. Well, food.
Do you like potatoes?
What? What is
Do you
potato?
like? She'll take out a potato.
Leans in, gives it some big like sniffs. Seems disinterested.
Takes out the jerky from a ration.
Ears perk up. Definitely more attention towards the meat.
Have you fed it breakfast yet?
Nope, we've been drinking water. For now. And we'll
You should
eat soon. What?
We should order some breakfast for him.
Alright, fair enough.
And then we can take him outside and do some running and training.
Oh, big brain Spice over here. Let's do that.
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Like you know how to take care of an animal, which you really do because you're the animal handler here.
I mean, yes. I like animals. I grew up on a farm. We had animals.
Well, barkeep. Here.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you through the door.
Oh. I forgot. I'm outside.
She would not allow.
Blackie,
She wouldn't
Get out
really.
here.
Yeah, Brunhild would not really vibe very much with a full wolf in her tavern. Just letting you know.
Yeah.
Do you want to go in and get food for him, or do you want to go get it?
Yeah, I gotta stay out here with idiot. People don't trust him just hanging out yet.
Okay, I'll be back.
I'll pay you back.
Eh,
I'm good
don't
for
worry.
it.
I'm also gonna have a mount eventually with it, so money's worth.
So be it.
Just
Um,
gonna casually co-op your your animal to be my mount. Hope you don't mind. Okay, thanks. Bye.
I don't mind. I mean, it's not getting in the way of Idiot doing his main work, which is to be a fierce adversary on the battlefield.
and see, I can do Eldritch Blast while riding a wolf,
Exactly, which is insane.
or Primal Savagery while on a wolf.
Even more insane.
Wouldn't the wolf technically get pack tactics too?
Ooh.
The wolf already has pack tactics.
Well, like, wouldn't that benefit Trigger? Because I'm part of his pack.
Right now, he's neutral towards you. He does not see you as an ally.
I'm saying once I'm if I'm at the point where I'm able to be on the mount,
Yes.
is what I was
I,
referring.
right, yeah. Yeah. Once you get to a good... Yeah, it is possible to get to a position where you not only ride it, but you would be considered an ally enough for it to trigger its pack tactics.
Perfect. So yeah, I'll go into the bar. And it's still breakfast time, right?
Yeah, it's still morning.
Can I get 2 breakfast meals, like eggs?
Steak.
Soft-
Steak and eggs, baby. Sorry, I'm screaming, by the way, from outside. People are just like startled by me just screaming about steak and eggs side of the road.
Can I get a steak and eggs meal, and then also like a potato meal, like hash browns or what is like the actual, like when they're actual like potatoes?
Like a baked
Home
potato?
style potatoes.
I'm not sure about... I don't know. But, yeah.
The potato breakfast meal.
Hashed? Like hash browns? What are you describing?
Jim seeing this all through the window.
Well, Jim crashed through the window.
Damn. I was hoping.
Looks like
Oh, you're kind of starting to get muffled.
Oh, sorry, I put it down because it is called home style. I think it might be like a Virginia thing, maybe. I don't know, but it looks like.
I would say you describe like the meal you're kind of hoping for, and she just like their gears turning in her head. She's nodding. We may not have exactly what you're looking for, but I can do my best.
Okay, and then what meat, like raw meat, do you have?
Well, we have some lamb that was delivered earlier. It's not cooked yet.
Could I buy some of that?
Sure.
It's for the wolf that's outside.
I see. Well, as long as he stays outside.
We're training it so I can ride it into battle.
Oh, don't the... I could be wrong, but don't the gnomes down in the Calm Belt like have also like ride like other canines into battle?
I don't know. I'm from insert city here.
Ashwell?
So I'm from Ashwell, so
Ashwell. I can't say I've ever heard of that.
very small. I never really left, so I don't really know about other gnomes except for my family.
Kind of ponders to herself for a moment before kind of shaking herself out of her thought. And say, oh well, yes, some some raw lamb, a potato. potato-based breakfast and steak and eggs.
Yes.
Bacon
Also some,
eggs, baby.
some orange juice.
What was that?
Also some orange juice.
We don't have oranges this far north, but I can.
What fruit juice do you have?
Well, why do you put me on the spot like this?
Apple juice, pineapple juice, strawberry juice.
Well, I'm
Some
trying to
other
think like
weird
what would
fucking plant in universe.
grow. Oh yeah. Well, we have some juiceberry juice.
Okay.
Gooseberries.
Juiceberry.
Can I get 2 of those?
Sure.
Perfect.
Your total will be
5 million.
What is this, the Price Master?
yes. So we're gonna say 2 states and 2 chips.
Okay. Can I just do 3 states?
Sure. I can put you down on a tab for the extra chips.
Just consider a tip for doing the potato meal.
Very well. She smiles and nods.
And also for, we have a wolf outside.
Yes. That will help. Thank you.
So,
After not too long, the 3 different plates, one with steak and eggs, or this region's version of steak and eggs.
Virgin.
No virgins.
Virgin steak and eggs.
No, I don't want to think about that. Yeah. This region's version of steak and eggs, of a potato-based meal, and some raw lamb that's kind of wrapped up in a cloth. Brought out to you.
Spice will lay out the lamb in front of it. How does that smell?
Without responding, immediately tears off the fabric wrapping and just starts eating straight into the lamb.
Spice is
Good
going to
idiot.
because she knows not to pet an animal that's eating.
But you can praise verbally.
Yes.
Right. Go ahead.
Can we roll to see what praising verbally does to the animal?
I will
Took
allow.
the words out of your mouth, didn't I?
Yeah, you got to it before I could give you the prompt. Yeah, I'll say both of you can either do individual animal handling checks, or one can give the other a the help action.
You said animal handling?
Yes.
And then I can give Spice advantage, basically.
If you want, yes.
Yeah, let's do that. Because I don't have good animal handling.
Okay. 1, 2.
Actually, I have +2. Anyways, oh, that's great.
I'll go with the 23.
23. Idiot seems to be very receptive to not just the food, but also the praise. You might even see it wag his tail like once or twice while it's eating.
I think it likes the lamb.
No kidding. I do too, as Jim is on all fours, like tearing into the... No, I'm kidding.
Oh gosh, saving 2 animals.
It would be a great bonding exercise. Be one with your wolf.
Yeah.
Don't get between a wolf and its
There are
lamb.
2 wolves inside of all of us, and I just happen to have one outside of me.
You know, Jim, I like you.
I like you too, Spice.
You wanna take? I get.
Thought you were about to ask me to kiss you. I was about to fucking lose my mind.
You want to go for a run in a moment after burn off that food?
You can run with idiots, and I can walk.
Idiot. Do you want to go for a run?
It's like holding the remain of like the bone in his mouth, and just kind of grunts in affirmation.
Okay.
Maybe you should change his name.
No, idiot remains. We love idiot.
Maybe I'll add the wolf in next to Jim. Maybe the cover needs a little bit more time. Need to add a wolf in there.
Yeah, you can do whatever.
Maybe.
It would be really funny if you put like a clip art image of like a wolf next to me.
Hyper realistic photo of a wolf.
Yeah. That would probably be the one time I would be like, AI is okay, because I think that would be really funny. Get like a really crummy looking AI wolf next to me.
Oh.
Maybe if I run out of like art stuff, I'll do that, and that way you can have your own personal Jim and the wolf art that we
Yeah.
Oh dear.
don't post up, because then copyright stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the one clearly the only one problem I have with AI art is it doesn't cite its sources.
Yeah. It's millions of sources. Data it takes in. Anyways,
Yeah, fair.
what's AI?
Who knows? Is it artificial? Is it really intelligent? Only one way to find out.
Chat, what's AI?
All I know is computers are stupid.
What's a computer?
Chat? What's a computer?
Well, there are those mechanical computers. No electricity involved, just a bunch of gears.
Oh.
Yeah.
In
And
this
also-
universe?
No, yeah. It was in the Vibes and Inspiration chat. It was a while ago, but so there was like a YouTube short of a. It was a handheld calculator that was just purely gears, and you could. Yeah, there are in this world there are things. It's rare, but there are things like difference machines and other like mechanical calculating gears and such.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Very steampunk. Try to
That
go
and also humans who were good at math were called computers.
Hey Milton, are you a computer?
No, I'm not a computer.
Well, he's dumb.
He's really good with numbers.
He just admitted that he's dumb. Sorry. Unsmart.
How can a doctor not be a computer?
But yeah, you go out for a run to get for Idiot to kind of stretch his legs and get some exercise in. Wild animal definitely needs some exercise. Get the zoomies out. Oh, speaking of poor pitiful canines.
Is
Actually,
that you, idiot?
Idiot is a tiny dog now. Look at what domestication has
Oh.
done.
From now on, whenever your dog makes a noise, it's actually just idiot.
It's idiot. Oh dear. Yeah. You go out. I assume for about an hour or two. Get some exercise in.
Yeah, Spice would be like very winded afterwards.
Yeah. It's fair. I would say while you were out and about, might have been about the time that Milton finally got up and groggily made his way down and be like, I need something to fix my hangover, please. I got too drunk.
So, am I able to see him when we come back in?
I would say, unless Milton has an objection and have a different way of going about it, you probably find him coming out to kind of go pick up his order by the time you get back.
Because Spice would definitely flag him down, be like, "Yo, oh, Milton, we talk."
Do we have to? As he's like rubbing his temple.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Can it wait till after I've finished what I have?
Sure, and she's just gonna sit in front of you eating and just stare.
Oh, I had assumed that this would have been after you ate and you were like on your way out.
Oh, figured it probably would be during.
I mean, if you want,
Yeah, I think I'd rather it be a little bit during.
sure. All right.
We could have the awkward Spice staring.
You mean the prolonged eye contact?
No, it's not prolonged. She's not making eye contact. She's just staring at you.
Okay, so he's avoiding eye contact then. Okay, I get you.
I'm thinking that, or she's watching the food, like watching you eat. Like, come on, eat.
Now, yeah, wasn't your hangover cure it was a wooden mug with like some eggs, different herbs,
Yes.
a chunk of meat of some kind.
Yeah. He's kind of trying to get it down. And finally he finishes and straightens up and... Okay, what do you want to talk about?
So, what? First question: what do you remember about last night?
Immediate alarm bells in his head.
Let me do this and see. I know I don't have advantage.
Right.
So that's a yeah. It's an 11. He barely remembers. He has like a vague idea, but that's about it.
Do you remember saying anything to Pearl before passing out?
Last thing I really remember is my head on the table and asking who is Cotton Eye Joe. That's all I remember.
Well, let's just say you said something kind of stupid, and you should make it up by romancing Pearl.
So you're not gonna tell me what I said.
No, that's up to Pearl. but it was something stupid and you should make it up to her. By romancing her. Romance the frick out of her. Buy her flowers, take her out, ask her out for... Do you like her?
What? You cut
Do
out
you-
on me.
Do you like Pearl?
I do?
Act like it.
Well,
Ask her out. Go the full 9 yards. She deserves it after last night.
what happened last night?
I can't tell you. That's between you and her.
But she told you.
Because you tell your sister everything. And also, you said something stupid. So she had to tell someone. But I can't tell you. But I can tell you said something stupid, and you need to make it up by romancing her. And also, you should be romancing her anyways. Spice is staring at you, waiting for a response.
I know you're waiting for a response. You're not making this hangover any easier.
Well, you don't deserve it to be easy.
Hmm.
Okay. So one, you're not gonna tell me what I did. Just the fact that I've done something.
You did something stupid, yes.
Okay. So you're not going to tell me how to fix. Well, you've telling me how to fix what I've done, but you're not telling me what I did. You understand the
What you do is you romance her, and then when you take her out on a date to a nice dinner, you say, Spice told me I did something stupid. I need to know what it is. You have to ask her, but you romance her, and then you ask. You take her out for a nice dinner, you buy her flowers, you do something really nice for her that's personal. Go to the her religion place or something. There's a lot of ideas here in this town. Go to the sauna. You guys like the sauna, I know that. You do something personal, and then you say, Spice told me I did something stupid. And you ask what it is. That's how you find out. But first you have to romance her to find out.
Can't anybody just give me a straight answer in this godforsaken place?
The world doesn't have straight answers, sadly. I've learned that. Life is a lot more complicated than the farm.
Yeah. Alright, I will figure it out.
Soon.
Ish.
Soon, like tomorrow. She's staring.
Oh, I'm aware. I can feel you staring at me.
She is now making the prolonged eye contact.
Hmm.
Can you at least give me a hint?
All I can say is he said something that... Hint. Mom, what's a hint for this?
Probably something that you say to
It's
a
something
very sensitive something you would say to someone.
it's a very sensitive thing that you said to someone, and you didn't say it very sensitively.
Okay. I will
So-
figure something out.
By tomorrow.
I will figure something out. Don't.
Right? Pearl is anxious right now. You have made her anxious. Don't make her wait.
Know what I did, and you're not telling me. You're not helping me.
You. I'm sorry, Pearl. You told her you love her.
I did.
Yeah.
And with that, we can take a small break.
I need to get food anyways.
Take a 5 to 10 minute break. Is that alright with everyone?
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Alright. Go ahead, pause recording. Recording has resumed. We are back from our break. And we have returned to Milton realizing what the hell he did last night.
He forked up, man.
Not, beyond repair. And with no response, I'm assuming Milton is like... His brain is like blue screened.
Yeah, it's definitely blue screen right now.
Yeah, she's
Because it
wait.
hasn't been 10 minutes.
She's staring, letting him process.
Are we still? We're still waiting, aren't we?
Oh, we started back up.
For me.
That's what I said.
I'll hope.
I said, hey, okay, now the recording has brought back.
Uh-oh. Welcome back.
Yes.
And now Spike is staring at Milton.
If you would prefer, we could switch over to another character.
I prefer to just get up and walk away.
No, gonna follow. Spice is gonna follow if you try to get up.
Okay.
It's close to noon. It would be about the time that your knife should be ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get my knife.
Spice is following.
And to quickly recap, kind of like what we did last time, as you approached the tall, lean, muscular rhyme elf, Smith, she kind of as she's working, she just kind of points her head over to a bundled cloth on the table, and as you pick it up, it is it is like how you described it, kind of a thicker blade, or not necessarily thicker, but a wider blade than you are kind of used to, but also the knuckle duster part of it
Right.
is not as like plain as you have seen before, but actually has like a little design to it. It's like kind of twisted vines that have like very small thorns on it to act like an appropriate trench knife. Good for stabbing or punching.
Okay. All right. Going to. Let's see. Oh yeah, nope. Gonna take it and just kind of try and go about my day.
With
Spice is following.
with a very intently, very determined gnome following you the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to lose you, so.
Yep, she's just following. She's not gonna push for a response, but she's not letting you get away.
Is there anything that you would like to do afterwards?
Honestly, go. I've done all I've really needed to. I guess the only thing I could think to do would be to go back to the tavern and wait for everybody.
I
Okay.
have 2 more things I would like to do before we end the session, if possible.
Oh, I mean, we still have like
15.
another hour
Yeah.
till we end the session.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good for a while.
Okay.
Let's. We can just double check on what.
Victor and Jim.
Yeah, Victor. Oh, I think Jim might still be with Idiot at the moment. But yeah,
My story is complete for the day. I have nothing else to do. I've been hanging out with idiots. That's my whole goal. Maybe I could do one more thing with idiot, but otherwise, I think I'm pretty good. Thanks for asking.
so yeah, Victor. Aside from stepping out into the outer ward and talking to Runa and kind of getting an idea of where your potential objective would be, kind of getting the details from that. Is there anything else you would like to do?
Nothing I can really think of. Yeah, no.
All right. Yes, Disco. Hello. I let him in my room just so he's not yelling at the door. All right then. Let's go back to Pearl then. What would you like to do for the rest of the day?
So she would be going to the religious ward, and I want to I want to go into each of the temples, and first she'd go to her temple. How busy is this religious ward during, what is it, like now afternoon, or what time would you say it is?
It'd be like noonish or a little afternoon.
Okay.
And as you kind of return back to the religious ward, the majority of it is, again, kind of built on the side of this hill with the statue of the first Volk kind of looming overhead. You do see that the religious ward is actually kind of busy. You have a few like well-dressed individuals kind of going from place to place. Uh,
Mm.
you do see that the prime temple is where uh, the main like religious place is, and it's not only it's called the prime temple, but it uh, as you kind of pick up on the people kind of going back and forth, you also notice that it is also uh, the main seat of power here.
The Prime Temple?
Yes. Oh no, my apologies. The Prime Temple is like the main. It's like the biggest religious temple. It's the Volk Keep here
Okay.
in the religious war that also acts as almost like the governmental seat of power here.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so she would be wanting to go into her temple, the crow one.
Mm-hmm.
She's probably gonna spend like maybe a few minutes kind of doing a prayer of her own and just kind of looking around at people, seeing like who's going in and out of the temple. Also looking at the world serpent too, and kind of like examining that a little bit more in detail. Before she would go do the same thing to the other temples, but probably not as long. But still wanting to go to the other primordial temples to check it out and also see if the world serpent is also around the top like it was for the crow.
As you go and essentially like paying your respects to each of the different primordial animals, you do kind of curious. You look up and each and every single one of them, you do see kind of tucked in the corner, the design for the world serpent does seem to be present on all of the little shrines.
Okay. I'm probably. Do I see if anybody's like looking also up at the world serpent? If there is any, I guess like anybody kind of like noticing it as well, and I guess doing their own prayer towards it.
You just by looking at other people, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 11.
11. How dare you? I will say you don't really see anyone else like specifically giving reverence or looking up at the world serpent. Most most of the people that you see coming through do seem to be just giving a reverence to the respective animals, primordial animals, in each temple.
Okay. Okay. Is it heavily guarded also in the religion ward? Like, are there guards posted outside the temples or the gates or anything?
There are 2 guardians at the gates, kind of leading into the religious ward, and you do kind of see posted like every so often. There does seem to be like another guardian who's either doing like just a slow patrol through the place.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. After the religious ward, if nothing else she notices popping up, um, she's gonna go and try to see if she can find a herbalist shop, and she'll ask around. She'll ask around to see if anybody knows if there's a local herbalist shop.
Okay.
Or like, yeah, potion shop or something.
As you begin to like as you're kind of looking around at the other people, kind of seeing that they don't really seem to be paying mind to the world serpent. You feel like your business is done here, and as you turn around, you see a woman like standing a few feet behind you. Exceptionally, like conventionally beautiful face, long flowing hair, piercing blue eyes. She almost radiates this sort of beauty about her. While she is also, you see her, she is standing there wearing, looks like very old, but well kept armor.
Okay.
It looks like scale mail armor, but as you kind of focus on the detail of the scale, you see they're not normal scales, but they're all like finely detailed to look like feathers.
Ooh.
I'll say with your religious background, no roll required. You know that this is one of the falcons. One of the divinely, almost like divinely selected individuals that answer to the Valk herself. Oh, good afternoon, my child.
How do I spell the Volk? I'm writing all this down.
Valk is. I had it here. I think I think it's spelt as its sound, like V-A-L-K.
Okay.
But I do want to double check. Yes, V-A-L-K.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And she's talking to Pearl? Or
Yes.
she... Okay. She's probably gonna marvel at this woman's beauty. And she's probably gonna say without really thinking about it or realizing, she's just gonna, smile, and she's just gonna be like, "You are beautiful. I love your armor. Hello."
Oh, thank you so much. You are exceptionally beautiful yourself. I love the my
Mushrooms?
brain is farting, but she is
Oh, excuse you.
yeah. Oh my god, I can't think. She expresses her how much she loves the jewelry on your horns.
Oh. Oh, these. They're actually mushrooms growing from me.
Mushrooms? She
Yeah.
steps to take a little closer. Oh my goodness. So they are.
What's your name?
Oh, my deepest apologies. Yes, I am, Ira.
Ira.
E-I-R-A.
Oh, that, okay.
Ira.
E-I-R-A. Okay.
E-R-E-R-O.
Grounded.
Do I know, is this the armor that I know this is the Folkheed armor, or would I assume, because she's assuming that this is armor for the crow, like high appointed person from the crow, and that's why the fine details look like feathers, or would she know, like, oh no, this is like Vault Keep armor?
Go ahead and roll a religious check for me.
Okay.
Either religious or history. Though religious would be a lower DC.
I'll do history because I have a bonus in history. Or maybe it would be more religion. I'm gonna do religion actually. 13.
13. That makes it. At first you think, oh, maybe it is like Raven, but kind of looking at her, looking at uh, looking at her armor and kind of looking at her, and this like a touch, a divine, uh, just about her, just the vibes she's giving off.
Mm-hmm.
You realize, oh no, wait, she is one of the Falcons,
Okay.
which would account for the feather themed like scale armor.
Do I know what the Falcons are? The Falcons are though. Like,
Yes.
are they soldiers, divine soldiers, or?
Yes, they are. Yes, very much. Falcons are are these divinely like touched soldiers who the closest real world equivalent would be the Valkyries.
Okay.
It's very yeah, they're very Valkyrie coded, but they don't, they're not beings who take the dead who are fallen in battle and transport them to like the afterlife. These are more like the elite soldiers, religious soldiers that who answer directly to the Volk.
Okay. Pearl gonna say, well, I must have been blessed in some sort of way for you to come along my path. I mean, you're divine touched, I see.
Some would call it a fate. Some would call it hard work. Some would call it touched. And others would call it embraced.
Well,
It
it looks good on you.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. But I didn't mean to take up your time. I have just simply noticed that I haven't seen you here before.
No, I'm new to Ravenhold. I'm with the party. We're kind of spending a few days in here, on like a sort of vacation, somewhat from the emissary. So, be stopping by here for a couple more days. Are you from here?
Yes. Well, I was actually born quite a bit farther up the shoreline, but yes, this is where I reside.
Okay.
And I didn't. I'm not sure if I caught your name.
My name's Pearl, and she's gonna hold out her hand to shake if. She just politely, just kind of like hold out her hand and say her name to shake if she wants.
She smiles like very brightly and kind of gives a small nod and kind of grabs her hand and gives it a gentle shake.
Okay.
What a lovely name.
Thank you.
Well, if you ever need any help, please ask for me. I would be more than happy to lend a person of faith any assistance.
Well, speaking of which, though, since you are a local around here, I do have some herbs. I found a flower, and I'm kind of curious. Is there any herbalist shop around here, or places where I could have like plants or flowers, that kind of nature, to be identified if I'm not aware of what it is? I would also like to know if there's maybe, I don't know if there's a library or some sort of local book place. I'm kind of interested in learning some more primordial stuff, since you know, I follow the crow. I think it'd be kind of nice to learn more about them and maybe even language, but that might be a far stretch. I don't know, but mostly the herbalism shot, if you know, happen to have one. She's kind of like rambling a little bit.
Right. Let's see. She kind of thinks to herself. Well, I'm sorry, but I can't. I'm sure there might be someone on the mercantile board that may be able to help you, but I don't know personally.
Okay. No, I mean that's the start.
Oh, give me just a moment. Disco now wants out, so I'm gonna open up the door.
I'm here, but my brain is totally not at the moment.
Okay, I'm back. My apologies.
How dare.
And as for library, we don't particularly have a proper library that you may know of, but we the Primal Temple certainly does have a selection of books that may be able to help you.
Okay.
I don't think there'd be quite a language you'd be able to learn, but if you need history, that would certainly be the place to do it.
I do like reading books, and especially if I follow the crow, so I may be curious about to learn something that I may have not know about the deity.
Of course.
You never know what you could find in books.
Of course.
Pearl smiles, and she's just gonna be her like a very warm smile, and then well, and her name was Ira. Did I say it right?
I haven't checked the pronunciation of these names, unfortunately, so I'm.
Okay.
I think might be Ira.
Ira. So Ira, it was lovely to meet you. And
Likewise.
if hopefully I'll see you around at the festival that they're having at the hall tomorrow.
Yes, I heard that a group of I've heard a group of outsiders managed to take down a tread elk.
Oh, that was my group. We actually went hunting for it
Really?
yesterday. Yeah, we went hunting for it yesterday and we brought it back. I'm with 4 other members of my group.
My. Well, I will certainly look for you at the. Oh, excuse me. I will certainly look for you at the Ingle Feast Hall tomorrow.
It will be my pleasure to see you over there too.
Of course. She.
Pearl's gonna smile, and then she's going to wave goodbye, and she's gonna go to the mercantile ward.
Mercantile World. It sounds like
the district.
District. Yes, that's probably a lot easier.
Nah, here they're called wards. Because it's different. But yeah. Yeah, she'll again, just kind of reflect with a very warm smile and give you a quick nod of the head and a wave of the hand. All right. Now that you're down at the Mercantile District, go ahead.
I'm going to.
Hmm?
Yeah. I'm going to ask around.
Go ahead and make a. Sorry, took a bite. Go ahead and make a persuasion check to see if you can like talk to a few people to try to get some information.
Oh, okay. Persuasion's not too bad. It's a +1. I thought it was. Oh, is it a minus? No, it's a plus. Okay. 8.
An 8. And
Nothing.
not nothing, but it takes a while.
Okay.
Like it's a lot of like someone like gave you some directions, you followed the directions. Maybe they weren't good directions, or maybe you misheard them. Get lost a little bit. Ask like someone else for other directions. Some people are just busy, but others. Eventually, though, you are able to find like a very small herbalism shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go in there and I want them to help me. I want to pull out the frost kiss flower to have someone, if they're able to help me identify specifically what this would be used for in a crafting or potion thing.
All right. As you go in, the air here within this little shop is like thick with different fragrances of different herbs and an incense and some incense being burnt. As you ask around, you are given the information that the frost-kissed flower can be used in an alchemical potion for frost resistance, like for resisting cold damage.
Okay.
Though it can also be used normally in a normal, like potion of heat, in a basic potion of healing or an antitoxin, and so on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay. After that information, I want to go to a merchant shop and I want to see if I can buy a alchemist kit.
Hmm. So for that, you would have to. This is going to be very much of the almost like that general store that Milton has gone to a few times.
Mm-hmm.
Alchemy is not a heavy profession that's kind of practiced here, so it would be essentially a luck check to see if they have the item of alchemist supplies.
Okay.
Oh my goodness!
So
it's 8 pounds. I guess it makes sense.
alchemist kit?
Yeah. Alchemist supplies are 8 pounds heavy, which it kind of makes sense. It's a a bunch of different pipes and important tubes.
Do I just roll a d20 or what do I roll?
Yes, this would be a d20. This will be like a 50-50 chance. So on 11 or higher.
Rolled a 4.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they do not seem to have alchemist supplies here.
Okay. That's fine. And then my last stop is gonna be checking out the Primordial Temple, and I want to see if there's any books with talking about primordial language, or specifically about the crow and world serpent.
All right. As later in the evening, as you return back to the religious ward, you make your way up to the primal temple. One of the guards kind of like halts you for a brief moment. It's like this is a sacred place that only those that follow the religion, may enter. Though they see.
I show him my crow focus and say that I'm a follower of the crow.
They'll nod and grant you access to come in.
Okay.
As you step in, the other temples, the other shrines, they were very open. Kind of open to the weather and to the wind and such. But the primal temple is very much fully stone, closed off. It is much warmer in here, maybe even slightly a slight degree of humidity. You also smell different incense in here, though not nearly as strong as the herbalism shop was. You see within these torchlit halls different carvings and reliefs of different depictions of the primal animals. And as you ask, for any reading material, any books, you are led to a very large bookshelf that covers up almost like an entire wall. And you were given some light. Because there are like no windows within this temple, like whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
Given some time, go ahead, make I'll say either an investigation or another religious check. Looking for details.
I'll do investigation.
So, you don't find anything about like the primordial language. You don't get a whole lot, though. I'll say you do pick up that again. The primordial faith, and more specifically the crow, has been hailed as the a god of safe travel, of sending important messages, of communication, of language. Some of the words you do notice that very lightly, not obviously, but some places, especially you do kind of as you're reading about the crow, you do get kind of pick up that even some places that are not really that don't really follow the primordial faith still kind of give some like acknowledgement to some of
Yeah.
the different animals, such as
Yeah.
one of the major telegraph companies that kind of snake around the Pale is known as the Tapping Crow Telegraph. When you look about the world serpent, you notice that there is remarkably less literature about the world serpent. But anything that you do read, very much describes it as the first one that came into existence, the first of the primordial animals. It is what binds the world together. It is its existence includes the existence of birth, life, death, decay, birth, life, death, decay. And you notice that while all of the different primordial animals, while the way that they're depicted is looks very much like a normal animal, but with like a detail either added or missing that makes them just a little uncanny. Any iconography for the world serpent is less about the details of what the animal looks like and more about just the shape of the circle. Just a circle. Think very much oh shoot. What is it called? The one where the snake that's eating its own tail?
Oh yeah.
Ouroboros.
Yes.
Ouroboros? What?
The Ourobilly.
The Ouroboros.
Yeah.
Ouroboros.
Yeah, very frequently it's less than it's less about the details of the primordial animal. It's more of a depiction of like a snake or a serpent or maybe even dragon-esque features. Like the features of the world serpent is less concrete, but what's the most unifying piece of all of it is a circle or a figure eight or some sort of very obviously like repeating pattern, concentric circles, and so on.
Okay. I think after a while browsing with what she can, and maybe spending a bit in the temple, she's gonna head back to the Raven and the Wolf. Because you said it's like close to evening, or it's about to be evening, or it is evening.
I'd say.
I guess what time is it when she walks out the temple?
It would be evening. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, she's gonna make her way back to the tavern then.
Sounds good. With that, is there anything else that anyone else would like to do before the day ends?
Vice is going to tell Milton to say that I'm the one who said.
Oh, now you're speaking to me.
Oh, I'm speaking to you. I'm waiting for you to speak to me. I was letting you process and not push you.
I actually do appreciate that you were letting me process this, because this is a lot to take in.
Yeah, I'm not, like, I wasn't gonna, like, force force you to talk to me after I dropped that bomb. And I already said what needed to be said. You need to romance her if you said that. So I've said my piece. You needed to process, so I followed you around. I wasn't ignoring you. I was waiting.
But I just glad that it was just I love you instead of something else.
That's fair, but it's still now she's like anxious because she doesn't know how to respond to it, and she doesn't know if you remember, and she doesn't know what to do, and so she's sitting with all this anxiety, and you need to do something. I don't like friend hurting,
I don't like it either.
and I can't do anything. Only you can. So romance the crap out of her. She deserves it, and she's worried.
At this point, does Pearl show up?
I think if it's evening, it's evening time. She walks into the tavern, so I think it depends on where you guys are at the tavern. But if she sees you guys there and talking, and if Spice is being very arm gestured about, I think she's gonna pause and think and kind of give you guys both a look, insight check on both of you guys.
Spice would have also been keeping an eye on the door every couple seconds, she would have made sure she could see the door, so if Spice or if Tarl does come in, she could be like, "Mother!"
Say one more time. You kind of cut out.
Oh, sorry. She would change the subject to be like, "Oh, so how's the weather?" if she sees Pearl come in.
Okay, yeah, definitely insight on Spice.
Wow.
I mean, I think you know what she's doing if she's talking to Milton.
Oops. Oh, she did say she would be talking to Milton. Okay, never mind. I don't even need to roll insight. Pearl will just kind of I think. Is Jim and Victor in the tavern? Where are they at? Are they in the tavern too? Is everyone all together?
Kept outside because of idiot.
Yeah, probably.
Yep.
Ah,
I wanted to do one more thing with Idiot. I was giving you all the space to get to where you needed to go.
she's gonna. Okay, well, she's gonna say hi to you guys, and she's gonna kind of ask how. She's gonna say, What are you guys up to? How's your day?
Oh,
But what?
good.
Jim, how you been doing? What you been up to?
Who, me?
Yes, you.
Poor thing with idiot.
I'm outside still.
I know. I stopped. I saw both of y'all outside, so she would have asked how you guys are doing. What have you done so far? Just kind of checking in.
Idiot and I have been bonding over a game of Fetch the Lambo.
Oh, nice. I'm glad that you're bonding with Idiot.
Yes.
Is he warming up more?
I don't know.
Make a animal handling check real quick to see how that resolved.
Okay, let me see. Oh, wait, Jim?
Yeah, it was Jim.
Oh.
Did you just roll one? Funny.
I should roll. I'd roll one, but just your roll.
Mhm.
See how the fetch went. But can I use the... Oh, nice.
I'll say it did go well. He did kind of grab the you threw the bone, he went, he grabbed it, he brought it back. You had to kind of pry it out of his mouth before you could throw it again. But he did not bite your arm.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Fantastic.
Nice. Well, I'm glad that you guys are bonding more.
Me too.
Oh, I met this really cool woman. She was beautiful. Her name is Ira. She's gonna kind of just briefly talk about her and how she seemed really cool. She was divine touch. She had really cool armor and stuff. You guys may see her at the feast.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you could tell when you were standing in front of her, you can tell that she's divinely touched. It's almost like her hair was like almost like doing this like fluctuation as if she was like standing in water. It was really cool.
I don't think I've.
Well, you,
Let's not
Jim,
get
you
into
would.
that.
I feel like because because you're blind, her energy and divineness, you're gonna feel like it's twice more than us.
Yeah.
I'm
right.
excited.
I'm excited too.
Also, she's gonna turn to idiot, and can I use my 16 to like give him and try to like give him a bit of food, and then see if he'll let me like pet him, just like a quick scratch or something
I will
after
say
I offer him food.
I will say this will be a new roll since
Okay.
that was an invalid roll. But yeah, if you want to.
Okay. I'm just gonna also quickly cast Speak with Animals, and I'm gonna say hello to Idiot and ask him how he's doing, and offer him a piece of food and see if he'll let me pet him.
Maybe.
So let's. Oh, dirty 20.
Wow. And did you say that you cast Speak with Animals again, or just?
Yes. Yep, I cast Speak with Animals again to say hello and ask him how he's doing and if he's having fun. With, like, fetch the bone and stuff like that, and spending time with his I don't want to say. Part of me, I just want to say daddy, but no, she's not gonna say that.
Oh
But-
God! I thought you were to say like owner, and then you went with daddy. All right,
No.
Yes.
father.
But she'll say father with Jim.
Father Jim. Oh no. Uh, Idiot responds with, entertaining. It's not bad. No regrets. Yet.
Yet. Does he let me give him a scratch after I offer him food?
He does.
Okay.
You're all very
Jeez.
touchy.
You are very. Let's animals who are very, very fluffy and as cute as you. It's kind of hard not to gush how cute and furry you are. Especially for people who loves animals. You're just adorable. But I'm glad you are having fun and Jim's taking really good care of you. So I'll see you later, okay? Have a good night. She'll give one last scratch and then she's gonna head inside the tavern.
Bork.
Bork.
Bork. Yep.
And then she's gonna see Spice talking with Milton. And then she's gonna grab a drink from the bar and then go over to that table. And then we can turn to Jim to see what he wants to do.
Yeah, Jim.
Well,
What do you want to do?
I guess we ought to go to the bar now, idiot. You must stay here with the barrel. You are the barrel watcher now.
Mm-hmm.
I've entrusted you with the keys to the baby, and I throw literal keys too.
Just kind of lands at his paws. Kind of just leans down, sniffs at it, looks back up at you.
Before Jim comes in, I actually want to lean in to Pearl if she comes in first. Question.
Yeah, she'd come in. Yeah.
You know how to make both. You and Milton know how to make potions, right?
Or did you step away? Pearl would have grabbed a drink. So are you stepping away from the table, or are you waiting till she sits down to lean in?
I would have waited till you sit down.
Okay. She's just gonna. Yeah. We know how to make potions.
Do you know how to make a potion, like a magical potion, like a speak with animals potion for Jim?
Well, I don't know, but that's something probably we could do some research on to see if we can, or find like a magical thing that has that spell.
Yeah, I want to get Jem that as a gift.
Okay. We can search around, maybe like asking in magic shops, like when if they sell, magical things or potions, we can ask, or just find a library and see if we can get anything there.
I think I'm going to leave the two of you to talk.
But-
And I'm gonna go find a magic shop.
It's evening time. It's gonna get dark, Spice. Do you want to do that tomorrow morning?
How late is it?
The sun has already set.
Okay, I will wait till tomorrow.
Go to the empty shop, Spice. Knock on the door. Break through the window.
Steal
No
the
rules.
Pearl's gonna look at Milton. How is he looking? As she takes a sip of her drink and just kind of looks at him after telling Spice it's too dark. You should probably do it in the morning before the festival.
He looked a lot better than he did this morning.
Okay. She's gonna comment that, like, well, you don't look as hungover and drunk as you did last night.
Yeah, I had to have a little bit of a cure-all this morning.
That sounds like it entails some nasty stuff.
Yeah, I would not recommend it.
It was very interesting watching him eat it.
Well, well, no, I was out the morning. Otherwise, I would have offered to do lesser restoration on you to help with the hangover.
Nah, it's okay. It evened itself out.
Do you remember what happened last night? How much of it do you remember?
My eyes started twitching. Not a lot.
Wait, your actual eye or like Milton's eye?
No, my actual eye. I started yawning, so my eyes started twitching.
Really get into your character. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're not hungover. Are we excited for the festival tomorrow? There's gonna be the feast with the Tread Elk. I'm excited.
Yeah, it seems like it'll be a good time for us to all get together, spend time with each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and she's also gonna mention Ira to both of you, and talk about like how she met a divine touched woman at one of the temples, and that she would probably be at the feast tomorrow.
Milton.
Yeah.
With the mention of Ira and how she's divinely touched, and do you also mention that she is a falcon?
She probably wouldn't mention that just because I think like she is. I don't think she would like mention that just because it wouldn't cross her mind to say specifically she's a falcon. That she's a divinely touched soldier, and her name's Ira, and that she was going to be at the feast tomorrow. And I told her a little bit about what we did with the Tread Elk. She was surprised that it was us that brought it in.
Okay. Alright. Never mind. Go ahead.
How big is this party gonna be? This festival?
Oh, well, I mean, if it's a local and it's the Tread Elk once a year, I imagine it's going to be like everybody in the town going.
Like I said, I think it would be a nice time for us to get to know Victor and such.
Mm-hmm.
I miss the hanging this time.
Yeah, and Spice, you can see kind of what we talked about in the forest. See if anything pops up for you. Just look at everybody, see if what fancies your tongue. If not, that's fine. Just it'd be good opportunity to kind of do.
Yeah, I might try to keep my eye open.
Yeah.
You know, I want if there's going to be any fun games that are 2-person as well. That
Mhm.
you could find a teammate for. She is staring at Milton.
I know. I am avoiding the eye contact on that particular one.
I would say you would kind of understand that. Uh, uh, when they have feasts here, it's not a festival. It's not really
Oh.
a party. It's more everyone get together, eat, drink, and basically celebrate the fact that you survived winter.
Okay.
Yeah, but it still has like not only a cultural significance but also possibly a religious one as well.
Maybe there'll be some traditional games that the locals do celebrating.
Yeah, but it'd still be nice to see people from the village having a good time since we put in all that work to catch it.
Yeah. What are
Hopefully
we
nothing
gonna?
goes wrong at this event.
Hopefully. I was gonna say, what are we gonna do after after the festival? Are we heading? And she's gonna probably just like, are we gonna wanting to stay a few more days, or are we gonna head out afterward, go back to our cabin to see what other jobs they have for us?
I know I'm curious about my chipmunks.
Yeah, I hope someone's taking care of them.
Oh, I told someone there to take care of them. The
Wow.
front desk person to take care of the plants. If not, Spice will be very mad.
Yeah, you cursed a lot today. Kind of shook me back a little bit, but
I don't like people mistreating the things I care about. She says, looking directly at Milton.
I think Pearl's just gonna spend the rest of the evening just kind of like chatting with everybody and just drinking, eating food, and just enjoying the ambiance of the tavern.
Spice knows no subtlety.
Oh, I'm aware.
Is Spice just staring at Milton the entire evening?
Entire evening, but like enough that like she is trying to make it clear of make a move at some point, please.
My eyeballs can only stare for so long.
She might even go find Milton and Victor at some point.
Jim and Victor?
Yeah. And leave the two of you alone for a second.
Come hang out with us, an idiot.
Yeah, so I'll head outside. So the two of you can talk, but also Spice is gonna go up and be like, so, I'm trying to arrange it so at the festival, Milton and Pearl get left alone a lot.
Oh, of course, we can give them their privacy.
So, but the thing is, they're not gonna ask for the privacy.
Oh.
Yeah.
So we need to shove them into a corner together?
We need to shove them in a corner together, or we need to, for some reason, like, disappear on them.
Alright.
You in on this, Jim?
I'm inside the bar drinking. I left Idiot with the keys to the barrel.
And you
Don't
notice
use all the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you walk outside, you see Idiot with a like a ring of keys just like in his mouth, and he's sitting next to it is another barrel, but it has like uh like burned stenciled on the side of it, property of property of the stalwart gauntlet. Like took one of the ship's barrels.
Mm. Is he like the dog from
Pirates of the
Pirates of the
Caribbean.
Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least for the moment. Yeah.
So, how are you adjusting to our group?
Are you talking to Idiot or me?
Victor.
Which one?
To Victor.
Oh, well, it hasn't been bad so far.
You know,
But-
typically I would want to hear good, but you know, not bad is good.
Oh, I mean the elk hunt went well, and so far y'all have been pleasant company. It'll be interesting to see once we go on something a little more involved together.
Are you wanting to do anything in this town? Or, like, what brought you to this town again?
Well, I was looking for some information, and it turns out there is a location nearby that I would like to check out. And if the four of you have the time, I'd more than welcome you to come along with me, although it will take a few days to get there and back.
Don't think we have any plans after tomorrow. I think we were kind of talking, you know, trying to figure out what our next plans were, so that might be a good idea. What type of location is it?
Well, apparently there's a grand fortress somewhere out there in the mountains. And I happen to have the deed to it.
How did you get a deed to a random fortress? That's
found
story.
it.
Where did you find it?
That's the funny thing. It was in my father's things. I was cleaning out his apartment after he died, and he just had this deed with a map on the back. Information that it was somewhere out here.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
about all I know about it.
I'm sorry about your dad passing away. I have a special connection with my parents, or at least with my mom, so I couldn't imagine.
Well, that's good. It's good that you
Yeah.
have your family.
Well, yeah. I definitely have my family.
And I will never leave you. I'm sorry, that came out very strange. I don't know why I said it
did.
like that.
Yeah, so I definitely like to go investigate and, you know, might learn something about your father as well. He had the deed randomly.
Yeah, I was curious myself.
Yeah, we
But
should.
yeah, I was gonna bring it up. Oh, sorry.
I was just going to say we should bring it up to the others.
Yeah, I agree. Do you think Milton and Pearl have had enough time together to
Maybe give it
make
another
up
moment.
and get along?
Oh, they're gonna get along. They're going to, but I give like 2 more minutes of awkwardness.
Mhm.
and then we can head in. And she's just gonna try to scratch idiot while waiting, and then head in after 2 minutes.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think we should end it here.
Yeah,
What? No.
late.
Yeah, I guess. We could go ahead and end it for now.
Milton doesn't want to go over the conversation with Pearl quite yet.
Yeah.
So you gotta figure out what you gotta say, babe, as Milton.
Yeah.
Well,
That's fair.
yeah, well, I guess I'll have to wait another session to show off the other thing I got. But that's
Oh.
fine.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually, now that I'm looking at it, now that I set up the stream to look at the DM screen, I cannot it would actually, if I did try to just kind of give you all a sneak peek, it would actually expose other things that I don't want to.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Spoilers.
Expose.
Yeah, but that'll be something we'll worry about later. It'll be fine.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
Sus.
Always
Sus.
Always.
Always sus.
It's not fun if it's not sus.
That's true.
Mhm.
I thought. Well, I'll wait till you after because I thought the divine touch woman was somebody else that we dealt with.
No, she does not seem to give off any. Does not seem to give you any sense of familiarity or recognition.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll go ahead and end it there. Hope you all had fun. This was another roleplay heavy session, so very nice.
Spike was emotional.
Big
You
emo.
did a lot of RPGing, Spice. You did a lot. I'm proud of you.
Tired now.
And now you hibernate.
I mean, other than my doctor's appointment, yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, with that being said, thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. And is it Tuesday yet?
I think that's taken.
No. They say, is it Thursday yet? It's different.
Oh, completely different.
That is completely different.
different.
No similarities.
Exactly. Well, goodbye.
Bye.